Look at the modern skies over the Middle East, and you'll find the United States and Israel operating highly advanced fifth-generation stealth fighters. But look closely at the aircraft defending Iranian airspace, and you will see something entirely different. A fleet heavily reliant on 1970s-era F-14 Tomcats. 50 years ago, the dynamic was reversed. Prior to 1979, the Shah of Iran aggressively purchased the best military technology Washington had to offer. He successfully built what was widely considered a top-tier regional air force. That buildup stopped permanently with the 1979 Islamic Revolution. The new government immediately severed ties with the United States. In response, Washington imposed severe sanctions, halting the supply of crucial spare parts and technical support. Cut off from its sole supplier, a once cutting-edge air force was instantly frozen in time. Unable to modernize, the Iranian fleet became an airborne museum. To keep these aging planes in the air, Iranian engineers resorted to a MacGyver-style era of maintenance. They were forced to cannibalize their own fleet, stripping parts from grounded jets just to maintain a small fraction of operational aircraft. Recognizing they could no longer compete plane for plane, military planners made a pragmatic choice. They adopted the forward defense doctrine, officially abandoning the pursuit of conventional air parity. Instead of funding airplanes, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps pivoted national resources into an asymmetric alternative. They heavily funded regional proxy groups and built a massive arsenal of ballistic missiles. For decades, this strategy imposed high costs on adversaries and provided an effective regional deterrent. However, it masked a fatal vulnerability. Iran was left without a modern way to protect its sovereign airspace. That vulnerability was exposed on June 13, 2025. Acting on intelligence assessments, the Israeli Air Force launched a massive preemptive air campaign deep into Iranian territory. When tested in modern combat, Iran's legacy interceptors, the F-14s and MiG-29s, failed entirely to contest the battlespace. Over the course of the campaign, the Iranian Air Force failed to record the downing of a single manned Israeli fighter jet. The technological disparity in situational awareness was so vast that Iranian pilots were essentially flying blind against their modern adversaries. The asymmetric doctrine failed its ultimate test. Proxies and ballistic missiles could not stop a modern, coordinated air power from dominating the skies over the homeland. The tactical failure extended to the ground. Iran's integrated air defense network, built around expensive Russian-made S-300 systems they acquired in 2016, experienced a total collapse. The specific Israeli tactic dismantled these defenses. By integrating intensive electronic warfare, attacking aircraft emitted pulsing jamming waves, completely blinding the Iranian fire control radars. With radar offline, standoff munitions destroyed the silenced batteries before they could detect incoming threats. As a direct result of this massive tactical failure, critical nuclear facilities, including the heavily guarded sites at Natanz and Fordo, were stripped of their protective shields, leaving them entirely exposed from above. The 72-hour war shattered decades of strategic planning. It proved a ballistic deterrent cannot replace a modern aerial shield. Confronted with the dismantling of their airspace, the Iranian leadership launched an urgent post-war reset in 2026. To rebuild their defenses, they initiated a massive acquisition campaign, looking eastward to Russia and China. Here is a flowchart of the new barter mechanism facilitating these deals. To bypass Western financial sanctions and the US dollar, China absorbs Iranian oil exports. In exchange, those exports convert into integrated armament packages that flow directly back to Tehran. This system is currently funding massive Russian acquisitions. Leaked documents reveal a $6.5 billion contract for 48 advanced Su-35 fighter jets, alongside parallel deliveries of S-400 air defense systems. Through these rapid purchases, Iran is attempting to buy its way out of a 40-year technological deficit. They hope this will quickly restore their regional deterrence. To complement the heavy Russian hardware, Tehran is also procuring Chinese HQ-22 tactical defenses and engaging in active negotiations for J-10C multi-role fighters to build a layered defense network. However, taking delivery of a modern jet does not guarantee immediate combat readiness. These acquisitions face severe absorption constraints. Utilizing new platforms requires a multi-year timeline of pilot conversion training and a complete overhaul of maintenance and logistical infrastructure. Engineers also face the technical hurdle of integrating modern Eastern digital architecture and sensor networks with the surviving remnants of Iran's legacy Western platforms. Iran is actively rebuilding a highly capable air force, yet the regional balance of power will not shift overnight. In the near term, domestically produced ballistic missiles remain their only effective pillar of deterrence, because buying a modern plane is easy, but building a 21st century air superiority complex takes time they might not have.